Hello, this is Cyndi-Walter, the healthy knitter, still filming from Bula, Michigan at my lovely sister-in-law and brother-in-law's home, and just had the most wonderful day. I have had the best week this week, so has my husband. When I decided I wanted to come up for a fall weekend and kind of ran my thoughts by my husband, I would say he was not 100% on board, but he's in the other room. What do you think, Scott? Would you do this again?
We're doing it again for sure.
We're doing it again for sure. He's had a great time. The weather has been outstanding. Today was a little rainy, but this is the first day that it deterred us from biking this morning, but we went to the gym. And I think I really got the older gentlemen a little bummed out because I think they have their routines, and here I am trying to get on and use some of the machines. It was pretty funny. They were very polite and nice to me, but I think I was in their way. So that was the start of our day this morning. But I did a knit along at the local yarn shop that I found here when they opened in Bula, called Farm to Needle. And it's just a lovely shop. Melissa is the store owner. She has beautiful, beautiful yarn. Of course, I had to get a little bit. I'm done. So Katie, if you're watching this, I'm done buying yarn for a while. I've got enough yarn that if I got stuck here in a blizzard and couldn't go home for a year, I'd probably have enough yarn to keep going. But I've had so much fun coming upon the yarn crawl, and then today at the knit along, there were a couple people that I had met before on classes that I did with Melissa. She did a no frill sweater class that I took with several other ladies, and a couple of them that had been online were there. And then I had lovely new friends that came to meet me that had met me from the podcast. So excited to meet Cindy and Linda. And the way we were sitting at the table, it was Cindy, Linda, Cindy. And it was so easy for everybody to remember our names, but then I'm trying to remember, okay, Sarah, and trying to remember everyone's names going around the table. A lot harder for us. But we had such a great time. It was so fun. So I'll share some pictures during this video of our meetup, but just the most beautiful week. So those of you that are from the northern Michigan area, I don't need to tell you, but if you haven't been to northern Michigan, put it on your bucket list, guys. There's just lakes everywhere, trails everywhere. If you're someone that loves the outdoors, you can walk and hike and bike and be on the water, see the water. It's just wonderful. The food's spectacular. Wineries, just everything you can imagine is here. And I'm sad to have to go home, to be quite honest. Not that Ohio's not wonderful. And where I live, it's beautiful. Like I've said before, if you're a returning fan, we have horse and buggies that go by our rolling hills. And I love where we live. But there's just something about this area that we just love. So anyway, without further ado, let's talk about projects and what we've got going on. I do have a finished object. Now they're not going to look gorgeous because I don't have I brought everything with me except my sock blockers, but I finished my Sunday socks by PetiteKnit. If you need a good sock pattern, if you are nervous to make socks, if you haven't made socks yet, and you'd like a good starting pattern, this was, I think, the very first pair of socks I made with Melissa from the Farm to Needle knit shop. I did these when I first came to her store 2 years ago. She had the sample of them, and I thought they looked so comfortable and so adorable. And so I bought yarn to make 3 pairs. I kept 1 pair for me. I know Katie got a pair. She got this pair, this color, and then I think Jenna got a pair of these. I can't remember who all I gave them to, but I had leftover yarn from those socks. So last summer when I was here, I got 1 more skein of yarn. I think it called for 3 skeins, and it only took me 2. Don't ask me why. So I had an extra skein, so I only needed to buy 1. So I finished my first pair. I'm going to keep this color for me. It's so perfect for fall. But these are a little thicker. They're DK, but I'm actually going to try it on for you because I just want you to see. They look so little, but I have a size 11 wide foot, and they fit beautifully. And they are so comfortable. And you could definitely wear them as more of a slipper sock. but they fit in my shoes too. So I will totally wear these with boots this summer, and they're a little warmer. They would felt, so do not stick them in the washer or dryer. But this is Petite Knits Sunday sock pattern, and I did them in Sandnes Garn double Sunday in the color Croissant. So I already cast it on the other pair. They just work pretty quickly, and that's another thing. Like if you're someone that loves the thought of doing socks, but you're overwhelmed by the little skinny fingering weight and the little tiny needles, that's why I think this is a great first sock pattern, because if they go quickly. It's all around ribbing, so it's all around ribbing for the first till the heel, and then it's only ribbing on the front part of the sock after that. But it's 2x2 ribbing, and it just works up so quickly. And then you'll do the knit 2, purl 2 for the whole front, and then the back is just going to be flat knitting. Easy, quick, beautiful, great for gift giving. And sometimes socks are a hard thing to wrap your brain around for gift giving, but these would be a pair that you could do quickly and easily, and they're beautiful. So that's my 2 cents on great gift giving ideas. All right, so next up, I'm forcing myself to learn a new skill. I love making socks. I've always got socks on the needles. I've been procrastinating the herding hen socks, but I won't be procrastinating that much longer. I feel like I need to spread out at home to have that all, because it's going to be multiple colors. I think 6 different colors for the socks, and I'm going to have to chart and do all that. So on this trip, I brought them with me, and I have not touched them. Sorry, Katie. They're for her for Christmas. I've got time. So I will get to those, and I'm sure once I start, they're going to be addicting and I won't be able to stop. But I've been wanting to learn how to do 2 socks at a time magic loop. So I did watch the Crazy Sock Lady has a video, and she is a wonderful teacher. So I will link the video below to teach you how to do it. And she basically said to knit the cuff on your double pointed needles, and then put it on your big magic loop. And so I have one done. And where did I put my other one? That's funny. It was right here. And it fell on the floor. So the other one I am working up right now, and the cuff's not quite done. So once this cuff is done, I will be joining it on here, and I will be knitting one side with the one ball of yarn that's connected on this side, and then so both cuffs will be on there with the sets of yarn, and I'll just twist them back and forth so the yarn doesn't get tangled. So I'll still have 50 grams of yarn on one sock and 50 grams on the other sock, and I'll do one side on one sock and then the same side on the other sock with the other yarn, and then I'll turn it around and I'll do one row with one yarn, one row with the other yarn, and I'll turn it back around as to not twist it. So she has a great visual for you to show you how not to twist it and how she keeps her yarn. And so I'm trying that for the very first time. I hear once you do this, you love it, and it's your favorite way to do it. I really do like the little 9-inch circulars. They're tiny, and I have big hands, but I've gotten used to it now. The first couple times it was very wonky for me, but once I started doing it and got repetitive with it, it's worked out really, really well. All right, so that is my new whip, and the only other whip I thought I would show you is I have been making some progress here on my Monday sweater by Petite Knit. If you've been following me, I started this off as a no frill sweater, didn't like the neckline, I don't know what happened to it, so then I took it all off and I recasted it on, and I'm doing the Monday sweater, which had been in my queue and I wanted to try that. It's really working up beautifully. Here's the back. The back's a little bit bigger, and it's curling up, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm still working on my raglans. I have to increase, I think, to 384 stitches on this, but very, very nice. If I hold it closer, you can probably see the raglan. There are 3 knit stitches in the raglan. I'm used to just 1, but this one has 3. And I really love the fabric, the way it's working up. Hopefully you can get a good visual of that. Really, really pretty. So this will just be, I'll get it to the point where I've got enough stitches on, then I'll take the arms off and put it on the cording, and then I'll just work in the round till I get down to the waistband, and I'll put the dark rust color back in the waistband, and then I'll do the arms and keep going on that project. All right. But I still have a little more yarn hauling that I can share with you guys, and I am done. I'm done shopping, and it's like I've never been to yarn stores before. And I know those of you that watch me totally get this. When you go to a yarn crawl and you get 15 or 20% off your yarn, you're thinking, what can I do with that? So I wish I would have known that that was going on, and I could have been better planned for it. I would have made wiser decisions, but I didn't. So I just enjoyed the sales and got a couple more things to purchase. So I went to the Lost Art in Traverse City yesterday. So yesterday we got up, we actually went kayaking, and it was really chilly in the morning. So we had hats on, mittens on, and we got in the kayaks, and it was amazing. We actually had salmon, and I'll show you some video, swimming underneath the boats. I mean, it was unreal, all the salmon we saw. And then after we did the kayaking trip, we got in the car and we grabbed coffee, and then we went to Pyramid Point and we did some hiking, and it was just beautiful. Again, I'll share photos for those of you that are not from Michigan so you can see how beautiful it was. And then we went into Traverse City, and I went to the Lost Art, which I absolutely love that store. And I had bought last summer yarn to make these really cute cherry dish towels, dishcloths. And I bought enough to make some more for gifts because it worked out pretty cute. And I showed them on a prior podcast. If you didn't see it, go back a couple and you'll see it. But it's this Rowan yarn. And I bought a few more skeins of this because I thought that's a really cute, great gift that I can make. I'm always thinking about gifts. What can I make for people? So I got some of that, and I got another yarn that I didn't bring over here for some strange reason. I don't know why. It's in the other room. But then I have one more thing that I needed to show you from Leelanau fiber from the knit along. Wow, I'm going backwards here. Sorry about that. I should have had this all written out. The night before, I went to a knit night at Leelanau fiber. Love, love, love that yarn store. Love the owner, Diane. My new best friend Katie couldn't make it that night, so I was so sad not to see her, but I met so many amazing ladies. Boy, you just felt so welcome, and it was wonderful. I'll share a picture. And Diane, that owns the store, raises cashmere goats, and she started showing me pictures of her goats, and then she showed me the yarn from Claire. Well, I had to buy yarn from Claire. It's so soft. So this is Why Not Fibers, and she does dye her yarn as well. This is undyed, but I loved it. So I got enough to do a little project with it, and if I need more, I can get more. She said she'd ship it to me, but oh my gosh. And I will post the picture of Claire, but you'll see when you see the picture of her why I had to get this. This was not an option after I saw all the pictures of these adorable goats she raises, and she's actually bringing them to Rhinebeck in a trailer and showing them at the big New York Wool Festival. So that's pretty exciting. So I got to meet a few of her friends that are going with her on that trip. So best wishes for that. I hope that goes really, really well. And I'm just dying to get back up here to knit with all these ladies. And then lastly, my last purchase was today at Farm to Needle. I have been wanting to make, there's 2 colors missing in my wardrobe, and one is brown and one is navy blue. And I did a little post on my Instagram story the other day which one should I get? And I had a couple people say brown, but the majority of the people were navy. So I did get navy blue, enough to make a sweater. Not sure what pattern I want, but I'm ready for something with texture. So if you have any great navy blue ideas of a textured sweater, this is, I need to put my readers on because I have my contacts in, and when I have my contacts in, I can't read. This is 100% actual American wool, and these are nice skeins. It's only 100 grams, but it feels like it's about 150. It just feels heavier than that. But it is just a really nice, it's Kelburn Woolens German navy. But very, very nice. So kind of looks black in the picture. I don't know if it's looking blue to you guys, but excited about this. So I definitely need a pattern with texture. And I have been wanting to make something from Sari Nordlund and Kuta Vakita. Those are two designers, actually both in Finland, that have beautiful, beautiful textured patterns. So if you guys have a favorite that you'd like to recommend that would look beautiful in a navy blue, let me know, because I've done several now more basic sweaters because that's what I wanted. And I'm ready for something that's got a little bit of texture on it. And then my red cardigan, when I go home, I'll be tearing that back, and I think I need a different pattern for that. What I was doing was showing every inconsistency. I don't know if it was because I was purling on one side and my purling is looser than my knitting, but I just didn't like the look of the fabric. So I've got to come up with a different, I wanted a red cardigan. So I was really married to the red cardigan. So my thought is either I need to run a strand of something with the yarn for that to make it so it doesn't look so inconsistent, or maybe I just need a different pattern. I don't know. Maybe I need to do it in the round and stick it. Maybe that's an option for that one, so I'll figure that out. But other than that, thank you for following me along on this wonderful week. If you can hear any cooking in the background, my husband is cooking some dinner, so excited to eat some wonderful meals here tonight. And then tomorrow there's a big fall festival we're going to hit, and then we'll be heading back home on early Sunday morning. So we really, really enjoyed our time. And for all of you that I met, thank you so much. And I got such great feedback, people that said they were going to be new subscribers. So thank you for subscribing. Please like and comment on the video so I know you're here, I know you watch this, and connect with me on social media. I love YouTube for these videos, and I'm going to be, I've been sharing, moving my community to Kajabi. It's a platform that I kind of like better than a Facebook group. I think I'll have more control over it, and you'll be able to post photos and videos, and it'll be a great place for us to communicate. But link up with me on social media first so I can definitely keep you informed of the new group when I launch it. I've been getting it ready to go here for a while in the background, but it's getting close. I'm hoping to have it launched by November. And that's where I'll be talking. I'll have a newsletter that'll go out. I'll be talking about any future retreats I do, things like that, and any courses I do. When we start selling products and kits and things like that online, you'll be the first to know. But follow me on Facebook or Instagram. All my links are here. My website is here if I can help you with anything. I am not an expert knitter. I'll be the first to tell you that. And actually, that was one of the things, I'm glad I remembered to say that, because one of the things I wanted to share with you guys today is really the no comparison thing when it comes to knitting. When it comes to anything, there are people that are going to knit faster than you, people that are going to knit slower than you. There are people that are going to have a better eye for color than you, and there are people that are going to have less of an eye for color than you. There are going to be people that do a yarn haul and buy 20,000 grams of yarn, and you're not able to do that. And, you know, I really want to encourage people just not to get into the comparison game, because even I can do that. I'll see someone's beautiful, beautiful work, or I'll see someone's podcast and they're getting so many subscribers and so many comments and so much engagement. And I can get into that comparison thing too, and think, okay, what can I do to be better and be able to attract more people? And I've just gotten to the point, and I don't know if this is something that you get with age, you get wisdom, where I don't want to compare myself to other people. I know that there are people that are much further along on their knitting journey than I am, that my gosh, they raise their own sheep and goats and get their own wool and spin their own, clean it and do all that they need to do to it, and then spin it and then make their own yarn and then dye their own yarn. I will never do all of that, but I will forever be someone who loves all of it and really loves to encourage other people. So no matter where you are on your journey, if you're a brand new baby beginner or if you are so experienced, we all have something to learn and we all have something that we can share. And our hope is that we can just continue to grow this beautiful community of people who just really like to be together, encourage each other, and share projects. It was so fun to go around the table today, see what everybody was wearing, what they were working on. It's such a beautiful, beautiful community, and that's my tip, is just really don't get yourself into the comparison game on what other people are doing. Really just get into your own lane. What's gonna fill your bucket? For me, it's all about managing stress. I always talk about that when it comes to your health, how important managing stress is. And if you get yourself all stressed out trying to keep up with someone else and how much they're buying or how much they're knitting or how fast their projects are going, that's going to take the enjoyment out of it for you. And you just don't want to do that. You want to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, make friends along the way, grow your community, knit along with people either online, virtually, or in person if you can. Go to festivals and just make friends with this and really enjoy yourself. And if you are someone that has nice skills and have made a lot of projects, maybe share some of your gifts and your talents with newbies and new beginners and encourage them on their journey. All right, guys, love you. Thank you for joining me. Happy knitting, and I'll see you very soon. Enjoy all the footage from this amazing trip, and thank you, all you Michigan folks who were so welcoming to me. I really, really appreciate that. Bye-bye.